Wolfpack, can you hear me, Wolfpack? Are you in the chat, Wolfpack? Are you ready, Wolfpack? Are you ready for our next movie night together? Hello, it is I, Katagiri Jinrou, your resident werewolf VTuber. And instead of here at the Moonlight Brew, we are actually at the movie theaters for movie night watch along number 4. Hope all my little wolfies are doing very, very well on this Friday. I hope you've been enjoying these movie nights. So, in case you were living under a rock for the last couple of days, I did make an announcement that instead of watching Godzilla vs. Kong, because I wanted to save that for when actually Godzilla X Kong comes out instead, we are going to be watching the sequel to the Demonic Toys movie that we watched last week, that being Dollman versus Demonic Toys, which is the first of 2 crossovers that the Demonic Toys did. First, they crossed over with another character from the Full Moon universe, Dollman, who has his own standalone movie. And then after this one, many, many years later, there was the sci-fi direct-to-video Demonic Toys, or Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys. But we're going to be a while off before we watch Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys here on the channel and at the Moonlight Brew. So, just a little bit of a heads up, this movie night's going to be a lot shorter because Dollman versus Demonic Toys is actually only an hour-long movie. For whatever reason, a lot of the movie was cut in the editing room, from what I've heard story-wise. So, it's a very short movie, which just really gets to the point. It's a very direct sequel. This isn't the first time Full Moon has done very short movies before. Obviously, anybody who's seen Dr. Death, which is one of the newest Puppet Master spin-offs, that was only an hour. Jack Attack was only an hour. The Baby Oopsie movies originally were just actually the TV series that they had done for Full Moon. So this is not something different for Full Moon Entertainment. Now, as a word of reminder or caution of reminder, you can only obviously on YouTube see my reactions to the movie. You will have to have the movie queued up on your end. In regards to Dollman versus Demonic Toys, before we get started, I believe it is available to watch on Tubi. The only problem is if you're watching it on Tubi, I'll give you the heads up because I'm going to be watching it via Blu-ray copy. Tubi, it is free for everybody to watch it, but there is going to be commercials, so you might run into a commercial in between when I'm actually just reacting. So keep that in mind. If anything, you'll just have to kind of deal with it. However, it is also available on Sling TV for free. I'm assuming if you have Sling, it's also available on the Roku channel for free. So if you have the Roku channel, you can watch it that way. Also, if you're an Amazon Prime Video member, apparently you can watch the movie as well on Amazon Prime Video for free. So those are your ways to watch it. Now, we're about to conclude our movie week here, and almost done with our week. Just as a reminder, tomorrow's Just Chatting stream has actually been changed to kind of like me just chatting while I'm also playing a game, because Pal World recently came out, and I wanted to actually be able to kind of fit it into my rather busy schedule where you're not waiting like a whole or a week to see Pal World gameplay for me and figure what I have in terms of reactions and everything. So I'm going to be basically playing the game, reacting to Pal World, trying to get a little bit further, and we'll talk about some topics about games I played and things I want to do on the channel and future plans. So are you guys ready, Wolfies? Are you ready, my little Wolfies? We're going to give the countdown to 10, and then we're going to press play on the movie. So if you haven't already queued up the movie, I suggest give you my head start here. We're about to start, my little Wolfies, so let's count it down. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play. So we got the Full Moon Entertainment logo, if I remember correctly. This is before they called it Full Moon Features. Or no, we got Full Moon Features, so this is on the Blu-ray. They changed it to the brand new logo, because they used to be called Full Moon Pictures. Alright, so we're starting with Brick Bardo. This is his backstory to how he became Dollman. So in case you didn't see Dollman, this is a little bit of backstory here. Freaking Brick Bardo was such a good character. Oh. Wait, they're not recapping. So he's looking for a person that is his same size. I forgot to mention, this movie also crosses over with another Full Moon Pictures film called, what is it? Bad Channels. So, 3 movies actually crossed over each other. So, Full Moon Entertainment presents. Look at that music. That's some hardcore, like, music going on here. Ricardo. He's such a cool character. If you haven't seen the Dollman movie, it's actually a pretty cool 80s cheesy B action film. And obviously, Demonic Toys we saw last week together, Wolfies. Look at that. They're trying to make it so edgy, like James Bond. So they did slow motion Dollman. Versus Demonic Toys. But they even called them the Demonic Toys, so they didn't even go Dollman versus Demonic Toys. And yet the Blu-ray copy says it. Okay, so that's Jack Attack. Remember him. I've also been playing a little bit of Puppet Master the game as community game night. That's Baby Oopsie. I thought that was Baby Oopsie, like it changed all of a sudden, shifted to Bardo. That's Baby Oopsie. There we go. Who else we got here? I don't know what that's supposed to be. Okay, that's Nurse Ginger. You'll know who she is in a little bit. She was from the Bad Channels movie. But there's a continuity error, actually, in this film. I'll explain when we get to her backstory. Such a cool music. Phil Brock is in this movie as well. I like how they try to make this so serious when the Demonic Toys were less serious of a character. So, I will say one thing. This is a very long credit sequence. You figure some of the 5 minutes that they used just to get through the opening credits would have been spent. That's Mr. Static there. Baby Oopsie again. They could have used some of this long intro to actually put a little bit more minutes into the movie, I suppose. I did hear that there was a lot of things that they had cut out from the movie in terms of runtime just because they were trying to make a specific rating grade. Judith Gray, yeah, Tracy Scroggins is back. She reprises her role as Judy Gray. So, it's going to be interesting. Casting by Robert McDowell. Remember when Ray-Bans were all the things? Well, some of you Wolfies might be too young, but back in like the early 90s, because of Tom Cruise, Ray-Bans were really, really popular. So every cool person, whether you're an action movie star or you're trying to be a cool dude in real life, wore Ray-Bans. So, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger in The Terminator wore them. Obviously, Brick Bardo's character, or Brick Bardo, who's Dollman in this movie, wears Ray-Bans. Tom Cruise started the whole trend. It's like, if you were doing an action movie, and you want to make yourself look like a legitimate tough guy action hero, you need to have a pair of Ray-Bans. I should get myself a pair of Ray-Bans. Demonic Toys again are featured as eyes. Like, I don't understand why the opening credit sequence was this long. Production designer Milo. Okay. I like how they mixed Dollman's theme, and then they have the Demonic Toys come. I mean, it kind of makes sense that they crossed over, but, like, you'll see in terms of the plot. This is actually my first exposure to Demonic Toys way back in the day. When I was a little kid, they showed this on Sci-Fi Channel. So this was how I found out about the Demonic Toys. And then I eventually saw the original one after this. But this was my first exposure to it. Written by Craig Hammond. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Produced and directed by Charles Band. That was literally, how long of a sequence was that one? That was literally a 4-minute opening credit sequence. So the movie's actually 55 minutes. Alright. Looks like we're back in the Toy Factory. Oh, Judith Gray. Remember her? She was having these, like, visions, dreams. Tracy Scoggins was in a lot of movies in the 90s, B-rated one. She's a pretty popular actress. So we got a little bit of a recap to the ending of Demonic Toys, as well as some of the bit in the beginning. Grizzly Teddy, Jack Attack. Remember, she got saved by the little soul. So in case you didn't see last week's movie night, this pretty much tells you everything that happened in that movie pretty easily. Oh, she just woke up. She's having like a bad nightmare again. I mean, considering everything that she's gone through, she's probably experiencing some post-traumatic stress disorder. Why is she back at the Arcadia Toys thing? Does she feel like it's not over yet? And we got a new security guard, it looks like. Oh, hey, it's that guy. He was a famous actor in the 90s. He was in a lot of films. He was in Troll, the original Troll, not Troll 2. He was also in What else was he in? Ghoulies too. He was a main character that was in a lot of movies. He was a famous actor that did a lot of Full Moon Pictures films, even before they were Full Moon Pictures. When they were Empire Entertainment, he showed up in quite a lot of films. I forget his name though. I wish I knew. If anybody in chat remembers his name, please let me know. He played on a lot of things. He passed away recently too. I was pretty sad to hear that news because like I grew up watching this guy quite a bit. Wow. He's looking at some very non-say-so content. So if you're a say-so person, maybe cover your eyes there. All right. What's this dude? Is this a hobo? How you sneak in? This is like the most terribly guarded toy factory ever. So he just somehow was able to go through the window. Easily, like, not even kicked it in, just kind of like pushed it. He's a hobo? Or is he just a vagrant? Let's see. Oh, he's kind of a drunk hobo, so they would consider him kind of like a vagrant. You would figure after the incidents that happened in this toy factory, like, they wouldn't have reopened it. Like, what manager and owner in their right mind's like, yeah, no, we got to reopen this toy factory. Sure, a whole bunch of people were murdered here. Sure, a whole bunch of people, you know, might have died here, and there's all this blood and stuff, but no, we got to open the factory. These people are about as net as Play Pal Toys for the Child's Play franchise. Because the Child's Play 3, remember, they reopened the studio, or the toy factory in that one. So, apparently, Demonic Toys, whoever were the owners of this place, I guess Arcadia Toys didn't. Yeah, he's super drunk already. Why is that a very popular Charles Band trope? Because in Ghoulies 2, the guy who ran the sideshow thing that in the Den of Evil, the Den of Hell, he also was like a drunk and running around, and that's how he met his demise. So Charles Band really liked his drunks when he was writing them into scripts. Like, okay. These toys look very basic. Oh, he's just gonna crash for the night. Maybe you wanna... Oh, wow. See? This is why he's gonna get it, because he started cursing out the toys. Why is Tracy Scoggins just here? Where's she just hanging out? So she's just tracking a hobo? Your job? Why are you going back on the train? She's suspended from the force? Why? So she didn't let it go, did she? Uh-oh. See? She just kind of ruined her career. Why is she so... Like, you figured if you escaped the demonic toys the first time around, why would you come back to the factory with unfinished business? You got to survive the first time. Why? Just why? I don't understand her logic. You got to walk away. Just gonna bite her in the behind, I suppose. What is he doing? You know he's super, super drunk. He must be hitting like a bottle of whiskey. Something strong to be that drunk that he's riding a tricycle around the factory. Oh, damn, dude. How drunk do you gotta be to crash a tricycle? And he cracked his head open? Did he kill himself from that? That'd be too much, man. He died from that? No. I mean, it's a concrete floor, but he wasn't, like, even that high up of an elevation. Uh-oh. Looks like the blood's gonna wake him up again. It's seeping into the toys there? Uh-oh. You know this isn't gonna be good. What's going on? The demonic toy seems playing. You know what's going down. That guy really died from falling off a tricycle after getting hit by a box. How? What's the logic in that? Because it was on so low to the ground that it was such a high velocity impact that he just shattered his cranium? Like, how does that work from a scientific perspective? That's kind of a cool throwback to Child's Play too, because I believe this movie came out like right after it. So you notice how she's kind of walking down the aisles and it says aisle F, and there's like blocks because the box is just barricading things. That's kind of a cool little throwback there. It was kind of paying a little bit of homage to Child's Play. Because look, that's exactly like the shot, like when Kyle and Andy are running for the thing, and like there's a bunch of boxes blocking you that way, and there was a bunch of boxes boxing them out that way. So it's kind of cool. I like it. It's a nice little throwback. He really died from falling off a tricycle, Wolfies. And somehow they all got their body back thanks to the blood. Well, you know what they say, you can't keep a good toy down. Mr. Static, who's very OP in Puppet Master, the game. They made him very OP. Jack Attack, he's got blue hair now. Remember in the last one he had green hair. So they gave him blue hair this time, cool. I mean, it looks blue, at least in this shot. This is the new demonic toy. Zombie toy. He wasn't in the first film, so they made a brand new toy for this film. And good old baby Oopsie. It's kind of looking a little bit like Keith Lee from wrestling with that look. Don't hate on me. He kind of was looking with a smug like Keith Lee would have. Alright. So we got Judith Gray. She's still... See, she had a chance. Like, if she had never come back to this toy factory, she would have never had to get him mixed up with them again. But, I don't know. I guess she just couldn't let the grudge go. She had to avenge her fallen lover from the first film. You didn't see the first one. I guarantee you really should watch it. Baby Oopsie got a new voice. I think this one's actually voiced by Frank Welker from Transformers, the original Transformer Megatron. Baby Oopsie's definitely more powerful. So he died, and his blood resurrected them. I guess because he committed sin. Yeah. Well, look at that. Freaking Mr. Static's got like new beams. In the first movie, he wasn't firing red ones, so my recollection was blue. Now he's firing off red ones. Shack Attack is not in his box in this one too, so he can like just kind of climb away. Baby Oopsie just kind of getting away. Mr. Static laid some freaking cover fire. I really like Baby Oopsie's voice in this film. Much better. But this is the one thing that doesn't make sense. Is also, like, last film, Baby Oopsie's voice was female. This voice, he's more male-ish. So, kind of interesting how I guess I should say, or they, them changed its gender. I guess Baby Oopsie's gender fluid, perhaps. Well, her boss did say that she was gonna get arrested and he was gonna send men over there, so... Suspects. You don't know what you're talking about, lady. What is the trash? Well, yeah, that is good. But she's gonna be out on bail super easily, right? Suspects. Their choice. They didn't screw anything up. Like, who's honestly gonna believe somebody and say that toys came to life and are killing people? Oh, yeah. Nobody was gonna believe her story. Ah, he's puffing out his chest like he's got a gun. Don't short shame. Don't short shame. Don't short shame, Copper. Well, good. They didn't say anything cheesy. He was such a good actor, though, man. He was also did a lot of Broadway plays too. It's something. But I mean, Baby Oopsie might not be wrong about that. Yeah, that's where he gets his kind of... Well, I guess he's gonna get put to work. Anyway, meanwhile, somewhere else. Looks like a nice home in Pasadena, California or something. Or, where was it? Palmento, I think? So who is this? Well, we don't see anybody. They're not very good at keeping their house intact, though. Look at that. There's all that dirty food on the freaking stovetop. Not much of a housekeeper, per se, right? Bum, 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 bum. This is it's such a 90s type of tune. Bum, 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 bum. Oh! How did they manage to pay for a box of Frosted Flakes? Like, you know how much it is? Oh, they're calling it roasted flakes. I'm about to say, if you call it Frosted Flakes and you use the license, that's a lot of money. Who's this in the draw? I don't want to spoil who she is, but she's a character that returns from another film franchise, Bad Channels. So she's living in the kitchen drawer because I guess it's easier than trying to sleep in a big king-size bed that would be like 5 times her size, right? Or 20 times her size. So, I love how they had to over-sexualize her in this film. Like, Full Moon was definitely going full-on horn dog here. She has like a little... Is that supposed to be a nickel and she uses it as a water wash basin of some sort? How's she got miniature pancakes? How do you cook miniature pancakes like that? That's a skill. That's a really, truly interesting skill. Because those pancakes aren't like 5 times your size. Isn't that like really, truly up to scale per se? In terms of her height? Because like the plate's not perfectly shaped. But remember, Full Moon Features had very low budget for a lot of films, even though Paramount back in the 90s was backing a lot of their films. How is she stuck on the kitchen counter? Alright, we're gonna find out, I suppose, at some point. Oh, Brick Bardos on the case. So look at the newspaper, it says, women shrunk to 12 inches by alien. That's how Bad Channels film. Basically the plot in one sentence. They shrunk a lot of women down. You'll get a little bit more foreshadowing in a bit. Rick Bardo. Freaking cool. She's using a piece of aluminum foil to sunbathe. Uh-oh. Paparazzi! Is it me or she using a tablecloth for clothing? Man, that set is not very believable. Not so much her, but look at it, the window. Those don't even look like real plants. The lighting's very unnatural in his scenes too. The sun's not going to look that bright where it can like shine his face from the front. He's a perv. I don't know if I believe him. Stranger danger. That's the one person who was willing to accept a freaking interview by the paparazzi. Couple days. That is a bad joke, bro. Don't short shame people. That's the moral of this movie so far. Huh. Well, I mean, you'd probably get paid for the interview, right? Oh, wow. You see that? Big spider. Well, now we know she's got a tattoo on the back of her forehead. Whoa. Good claymation effects. Oh. He just shot up a spider. He probably climbed through the window. Man, why you gotta be a stalker, Brick Bardo? We're gonna get some backstory here maybe now? Well. Yeah, they call him Dollman. She can't believe it. Man, she's already giving him the googly eyes. Not exactly. She can't believe that there's somebody his size, but it's interesting. Yeah. She was gonna get killed by that spider. Nightmares coming us. Oh, they cut back to the freaking Judith. I thought they were gonna get Dollman's backstory. Oh, it's the paparazzi guy. Did he bail her out? No. Okay, she wasn't bailed out. She was just trying to get some information as to where they are. What? How does she know that Brick Bardo? How does the paparazzi guy know that Brick Bardo's there? We just lost like 5 minutes of a scene that was not even featured. Channel 32 News? Oh, he's being a slime dog, man. Hey, yo. Stranger danger. This guy's not somebody you would want to trust. He is definitely giving me those predator type vibes. Oh god. Ah, man, we had to go that way. Well, she's got something for him, certainly. Just a taste. Oh boy. Uh-oh. She gonna plan for a fiddle? Maybe. How's it should make it tough, man? Just give up the info. Little what? Pahuda. What the hell's that? Okay. Uh-oh. Hey, yo. Never, right? Yep. Did she arrest him or something? Oh. Oh, God. She just did like the little kid thing. I'm gonna write a bad review about you on the internet and slander you. I'm gonna tell my mom on you. Why would he do that? Oh, yeah, he deserves that. And to be honest with you, Wolfies, he got away a little lucky there. Like, wouldn't you, if you're Ginger right now, be kind of a little bit concerned that this guy randomly somehow has been stalking her to track her location? Huh. Do you believe their chemistry in this movie, Wolfies? He's talking about his home planet. He's actually not a human. I think she's trying to flirt with him, and he's kind of not flirting with her too much. Uh-oh. We getting backstory finally? Too far away. Here we go. The story of Dollman. So if you didn't see the Dollman movie, you're going to find out about it in like 5 minutes or less. See? Here we go. She's really trying her best to flirt with him. Like, how? Yeah. I knew he was going to say yeah. Yeah, I'm a cop. That's the typical, like, 90s line. Okay, so that's his whole planet. He's actually an alien, in case you didn't know. So he was just kind of, like, arresting alien scum, so to speak. The movie actually is available, Dollman, if I remember, on Full Moon's YouTube channel. But you gotta watch it with, like, this very annoying blue bars and, like, advertisements on the side. Oh, God. This guy looks like freaking Mordo from Marvel, but way more dark and way more R-rated. Ooh. Exactly like Mordo, practically. I could grab a gun out of people's hands. I forgot that was one of his powers. Oh! Look at that! He's just blowing them to smithereens with bullets. So he ran away. And he chased after him. Right out of Star Wars, kinda there, just with the shots. I mean, if Star Wars had, like, a very small, cheesy budget, right? So he got thrown into a wormhole, too, with him, huh? I wonder what happened to Wolfies. When he came to, he was probably very, very small, if I'm not mistaken, right? Well, at least he was able to breathe the air here, right? That's cool. This guy's glasses are always intact. Yeah, I remember from now. He gets transported to Earth, and on Earth, he's doll size compared to actual humans. Hence why he's called Dollman. It's not the size that matters. It's what you do with it that counts. So she's like a teenager, if I remember correctly, and she like took him in. It's like the mean streets of what? This looks like New York. Ooh. Wow. He has like PTSD for being small. This looks like it was New York. Oh, look, it's Jackie Earl Haley there on the right-hand side. before he was famous. We got rid of them. Good job. Hey, you had a fig for her? They skipped a lot of the Dollman movie plot here. Because he took them all down, but it took them all down in different pieces. Like, it wasn't just that one fight there, so they definitely skimmed down the details. Should decide to live a quiet life, huh? Now she's going to tell her backstory. There's a problem with it, though. It's space aliens. Wow. They had a reverse fake. Pahuta. Power and light? No, power and light. Now, I'll be honest. This is where there's some continuity issues. I'll tell you where. They had to kind of recon how bad channels ended. Because Nurse Ginger is actually not the nurse that gets shrunk, that doesn't get put back to regular size. So, look at those aliens. Special effects in this movie were not as bad. Look at that. That's almost like a poop head, literally. And that looks like a precursor to Mr. Static. And look at that. Notice the shape of those vials. So the aliens wanted to kidnap women. Cookie the waitress. Because every waitress is named Cookie. Bunny. That's her, Nurse Ginger. So they kind of like messed with their minds a bit. And then made them do kind of like very non-say-so things. So they got put in those bottles. But do you notice the very sussy shape of those bottles? They look like a certain anatomy that I cannot say because I'm a say-so streamer, but you could kind of make the assumption yourself. Look at those bottles. So they got kidnapped. There was one more, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot who it was. So skim down the details. Yeah, there was a DJ who had like a local that helped save the day. But here's the thing. Before they got to rescue her, it's not true. Because in the actual movie Bad Channels, they rescued everybody, including Ginger, and it was, if I'm not mistaken, it's not, was it Cookie? I think it was Cookie who's the one that doesn't get shrunk back to size. So then they're like, where's Ginger? That's not true. Because she gets back to size, but they kind of cut the movie in a way to make it seem like she's the one who kind of, probably because she was the only actress that was willing to kind of reprise her role from Bad Channels. Uh-oh. She gave him the full pity story. Uh-oh. He took it. He took the bait. Uh-oh. So they fell in love because they're both in very crappy situations and just happen to be very small in stature, Wolfies. And that's how, apparently, you fall in love with people, you know? And I can't tell you what's happening, but it's pretty obvious. Man, Judith has some of the worst timing in the world. God damn it, Judith. Couldn't knock before you entered? Alright, so the triple crossover is now complete. Look at Ginger, she is so pissed. Well, it's a hard story to believe. Look at Ginger's salty face, Wolfies. She is so salty and jealous. Well, I mean, do you honestly believe that the police force was going to believe you about the demonic toys? Why does Bardo and Judith have like a lot of chemistry already? Uh-oh. And Ginger's so jealous right now. Well, I mean, if you were shrunk down to size by aliens, you should be able to believe the story. Yep, she just went there. She just burned her. Let's go, Judith. Let's go. Wow, cat fight. Mini cat fight? Or what do you call this? Mini size cat fight? Right? See, so they explained how the other guy from the previous movie didn't come back from Demonic Toys. I don't blame him. Like, if you went through that ordeal already once, and she already had the baby too, they just confirmed it. Cool. So she took him as sisters. Interesting. Why wouldn't she be able to believe him? Or, excuse me, him believe her? Yes, let's do some butt kicking. Rick is retired. He's just into stalking blondes now, apparently. She used the line, I thought there was still some cop in you. Yep, that's all he needed. Stop, he's gonna help her. Took it freaking hook, line, and sinker. There we go. Let's go, Brick. A little comeback. Oh, she is so jealous. Yes, the Opal cops. This is a dynamic. Oh, she's going along too? Uh-oh. Wow. She's so salty. She just had to come along. She's like, I don't want my doll man cheating on me. That's funny. Well, do you feel that Dollman and Judith and Nurse Ginger are going to be able to take care of the demonic toys? And is Nurse Ginger really going to be able to do much with her stature to be able to help patch them up if they need some help? Oh, those toys are there. Hopefully. She just wants revenge on the toys. You killed them before. Had you just not come back, you wouldn't have to worry about that. Oh, man. He's doing Baby Oopsie's dirty work. What's he going to do with this person? What's Baby Oopsie planning? Now they don't even do, like, sacrifices. They just teleport them somewhere? Good point. Steady supply of blood. Oh, man. He's gonna do that to... Wow. What does he want? What does he want? What do you think he wants? Probably to be taller, maybe? Is she gonna say a little too quiet? Let's go. Oh, Brick wants to do recon. Let's go, Brick. Lock and loaded. I was hoping he was going to say lock and loaded. That would have made that so much better. All right. What's going to happen now? They're going to go in. So he's going to probably go through the vents and she's going to go through the front way. But we don't know what Nurse Ginger's supposed to do. I guess she's just going to tag along with Brick. Do you think they're going to be successful? Because, you know, the toys to come back to life to then just be put down so easily would be kind of a downer. Man, this guy's a horn dog. Uh-oh. Well, he's actually much better than the previous security guard. Because remember, the security guard would just kind of sit in there watching freaking Puppet Master 2 and drinking all night. This guy takes his job a little bit more seriously, at least. Commendable, to say the very least. So she snuck up in with the briefcase? Why? Oh, they already know that she's back. No, she doesn't give up easy, Baby Oopsie. Well, he's actually doing his job. Props to him. And look at the clock. It says 9:55, so she decided to wait till 9:55 to go in. I would have waited till probably around midnight if I were her. Because at least by then, maybe security guard goes on break. So you don't really think this plan out too much. Time to retire. That's a fun watch. In the background, you saw that. Try to see if there's any Easter eggs too. Because remember the Air movie? They had the Mr. Punch doll in the background. Doesn't look like that. I'm looking to see if maybe we'll see an Erm toy from a different franchise. Those look like Pops in the background, but this is way too early. in the franchise for like pops that have been introduced. What's that? Why is that doll like that? Well, that's not creepy at all, right? I'm surprised the toys haven't attacked her yet. They're definitely setting up some eerie tension. I like the camera work, though. Those for nice little shots. I like the fact that the camera's panning away slowly, so it makes it feel way more eerie as opposed to doing it too fast. She's gonna let Brick and Nurse Ginger out. What were they doing in there? They look like they had some time to fool around just a little bit. Nurse Ginger's voice. And how did they survive without oxygen in there? That's what I want to know. She's gonna be smug the whole way through. Alright, she put them down. They actually used dolls there, that's funny. Well, you know, to have them green screened and shrunk down and editing wise, that would have been a lot of money that Full Moon couldn't have afforded at this particular time period in Junction. So. Huh? She's gonna hunt them. Yeah, they're in the dock. He's gonna put them up in the dock. No when? Didn't she have to be saved by the DJ? Oh, wow. They came to that already. You know, Brick Bardo's usually a good shot. He missed quite a shot. Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's funny. So they all of a sudden taking cover. What is that? Are Earthix going to come to life here, Wolfies, you think? Or are they just using this as a decoy? Oh, that Dracula looked like it was giving the middle finger for a second. No, it's not. That's not even Dracula. It just looks very eerie. Ooh. Uh-oh. Wow, she is a terrible shot, too. You would figure after the last movie she would have been better at her shots. Apparently not. Uh-oh. What's going to happen here? Uh-oh. So who do you think's going to die here? Because this isn't going to end well, you could tell. Oh, shot him. Good. Well, at least Judith knows when to hit a direct hit. When it matters, right? 5 feet taller. He has to hit more liners. Man, that's a budding cop drum. 2 of the toys. So, there's 4 in total, right? Yeah. I never understood why the blood couldn't summon all of them. Uh-oh. It's Mr. Static. Man. Judith, dodge. Oh, Judith took the bullet for Dollman. No. Mr. Static went down very easily, too. Oh. Man. You think Judith's gonna be okay? She took so many shots to the freaking chest. And she has a little boy, too. Oh, Judith. You're not looking too well. Nurse Ginger, come on, do something, stat. Oh, no. Judith. She can't die, right? She's the main character of Demonic Toys. Oh, no. No, Judith. Judith. She died. Oh, no. That's really sad. The Demonic Toys got their revenge on her. See, if she had just left and never came back to this factory, she would have stayed alive. I can't believe it. Judith's dead. The main character from the first movie survived all that just to die halfway into this one. Brick Bardo's gonna finish the job for her. I mean, you gotta commend Brick for continuing the job. Another cop would have just been like, nah, this isn't my fight. Let's get out. But then again, they would have probably hunted him down with Demonic Toys, right? Because he already killed Mr. Static, so. Nurse Ginger's. Yeah. Nurse Ginger's scared, but cop to cop. Promise. You gotta obey those cop to cop promises, right, Wolfies? Alright. What's he gonna do? Don't leave her down there. That's not a good idea. Uh-oh. Now this is going to be like a very, very large area for him to fight in too. Like, anybody remember a video game by the name of Hypercharge? This is going to turn into like Hypercharge Unbox in a minute. Oh, Brick is looking for the toys. She stayed down there. I don't know if that's going to come to bite her maybe in the behind. Let's Jack attack. Uh-oh. Watch out for Jackie. He's no slouch. Oh, look behind him. Oh, zombie toy with a machete. Oh, I can't pick up the gun. It's stuck. What's it going to do? Whoa. I like how they tried to figure out how they were going to do zombie toys effects against Brick Bardo. Just a big guy in a suit. It's hilarious. Where'd she get this from? She's throwing, like, balls at him. And there's Ginger putting in some work here. She's a feisty one. I'll give her that. Freaking zombie toy's annoyed. Watch out for Jack attack, though. Uh-oh. Not good. Better run. Better run. You better run. Jack attack's coming to get Nurse Ginger. Does it mean Jack attack feels a little bit more static in this movie? There's Baby Oopsie. I feel bad for Baby Oopsie. In all these films, he didn't have any actual eyes. Just very weird that they never gave poor Baby Oopsie eyes. I guess because he's kind of a demon, so he has no soul for all intents and purposes. At least she's smart, though. She's like a fighter. She's climbing to high elevations to try to evade the toys. Did Brick get his gun back, though? I was so distracted by everything analyzing that I don't remember if he got his gun back or not. Well, that was gratuitous shot for obvious reason. Now he's gotta be careful. He's got Zombie Toy and Jack Attack on the loose. Ginger gonna be safe up there? I don't think so. The higher you go, the closer you are to the vents, which is where they were camping out at. Uh-oh. Whenever a character backs into the shadows like that in a movie, it never ends well for them. It usually means that they're probably going to get abducted by someone. Yep. Right on cue. Like clockwork, Wolfies, like clockwork. Oh, no, it wasn't her. Oh! Jack attack. Well, she's not going to be able to run away from that. Oh, man. This is turning into like a mystery funhouse right now. Oh, that Jack attack effect wasn't that bad. It was just like a hand puppet, right? Ginger, this is why you don't split up in horror movies. It never ends well for people in horror movies. Do you think Ginger's gonna get it? You think they're gonna kill Ginger, Wolfies? That would so suck for Nurse Ginger. Run, Ginger, run. Run from the giant Jack-in-a-Box that's actually not in a box in this movie. Which didn't really make much sense. I guess maybe because in the first movie he got cut out of the Jack-in-the-Box, so they never were able to find him under Jack-in-the-Box, but right now he's just like in out of the box mode, I guess you could say. Uh-oh. Notice his tail's not like a knife in this movie, too. So they definitely changed Jack attack up quite a bit in this film. Run, Ginger, run! He's got you cornered here. You don't want to deal with that. Come on, Brick. Come on, Brick. You gotta save the day. You're the cop. Gotta save the damsel in distress. Clearly she's in distress right now. She probably wishes she stayed back home and didn't follow him. This is why you don't get jealous, Wolfies. Green-eyed monster will always get you in some shape or form. Oh, Baby Oopsie just knocked him down. Uh-oh. Oh, knocked him out. Oh, it's a monster truck. Well, there's Ginger. That's bad. How's Brick gonna get out of this one? I'm surprised he didn't just kill Brick. What is going on? Coming off? What do you mean? That's funny that they had different shots. It's just dudes in costumes. Wedding night. Oh no! He's gonna bring the master alive? Yeah. Oh, that's not say so. What's he gonna do? So at midnight, he's gonna try to resurrect the master the way that they did in the first movie, which was trying to impregnate a woman and give birth to the master. They failed in the events before the first movie, which is why then the master tried to resurrect himself in the first movie to try to do it with Judith and failed. Because obviously, one of the main characters from the first film saved the day there. Oh, he's using the radio control car to stretch him in half. Ooh. What is going to happen at midnight? The master. Yeah. They should have done a Ken doll. That's funny. They should have given more backstory here. In case you missed Dollman, not Dollman, Demonic Toys. We're going to get some backstory and flashback. So this happened before the events of Demonic Toys, but they showed in the first movie. I forgot that they said do the nasty in the movie. That is such a weird way to say fornication. Ugh, look at that. That's a face only a mother can love. So the demon baby kind of got buried. So they built a warehouse over the spot where the demon baby was buried. Why would he be in prison? The corpse didn't really much of a sense in it, because if you're a demon, wouldn't you be able to get out of the body, the vessel? It's weird. Wow, that wasn't much of a backstory. They really rushed it. Oh, this is Halloween night? Interesting. Oh. So the master's going to use Baby Oopsie as the vessel to try to impregnate Ginger to then bring birth to the master. It's a very complicated plot, but I guess it works. Uh-oh. Well, oh! Brick's gonna get ripped in half there. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Being stretched by a radio control car. Ooh. That's not good. Poor Brick. Oh, that's gotta hurt. It's getting stretched like an accordion. How's he gonna get out of this one? How do you think, Wolfies? Is she getting on loose? Nurse Ginger for the win. She is not a damsel in distress by any means. Oh. Go do your thing, freaking Nurse Ginger. Uh-oh. Well, she saved the day for him. Uh-oh. He got kind of ragged around, but... Uh-oh. Zombie Toy. Oh, boy. I love Baby Oopsie's one-liners in this film. This is freaking hilarious. He's definitely not politically correct, though. That's for certain. Oh, he got a pull stick. You still don't have his gun? You better find it quickly. Oh, it's not a pull stick. He has a hockey stick. I guess that's why Zombie Toy has a perk in Puppet Master of the Game that's hockey stick. Oh, he's trying to get his gun back. Zombie Toy's back, though. Uh-oh. Ooh. Good shot. So who can win a fight? A hockey stick or a machete? I don't know. I think the machete would, in theory, win, right? Oh, Zombie Toy. Well, clearly doesn't have a lot of brains because he just electrocuted himself. And he disappeared like that. That's random. How do you just randomly disappear? If I'm Brick, I'd be like, what? Where's the blood? Where's the guts? Where's the body? Makes no sense. That did make a whole bunch of sense, Wolfies. Had to take a sip of a drink. I'm getting a little too excited with this movie. A dollhouse. Baby Oopsie lives in a dollhouse. That's funny. Hey. Baby Oopsie. Hands off Nurse Ginger. This movie's not as say so as some of the other movies you watch, but there won't be anything super inappropriate in it, I promise. I pick movies where it's not going to show something super unsay so. Uh-oh. Baby Oopsie's voice, yeah, it definitely was Frank Welker. Wow. Baby Oopsie's making demands right now. Yes, Nurse Ginger refuses to be a damsel in distress. She's kind of a strong woman character in a time where there weren't that many strong women characters per se. Let's see what happens here. Well, Jack Attack's like the only demonic toy that's left, right? That and Baby Oopsie, because they took care of Mr. Static, which was the one that got resurrected. They took care of Zombitoid. So now Jack Attack and Baby Oopsie are the only two left. So Jack Attack's got to clutch this up for the demonic toy side. If not, Brick Bardo's going to be in for some revenge pretty soon. Look at all that laughing. I will say, of the demonic toys, the one that gives me the most creeps would definitely be Jack Attack. Shame that Jack Attack. Look, in this shot, his hair is green now. But in the shots before, it was blue, so continuity error there. He just jumped on him. Wouldn't he just open his mouth? That seed looks so silly. Uh-oh. That's it? Poor Jack Attack. He didn't really get to do anything. He got pounced on and then just blasted in the face to smithereens. Up goes the weasel. What a cheesy one-liner. That's funny. So Baby Oopsie's the only one that's left. Uh-oh. There's Ginger, though, putting up a fight. No means no, sir. Or it, or they, or them, whatever he is. She's trying to kick him away, though. She's smart. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Brick Bardo better hurry up. It's midnight. Uh-oh. You know what that means? The master is gonna descend upon everybody here. Or, I guess, kind of descend upon Baby Oopsie, I suppose. Uh-oh. What happened? Uh-oh. The master's transforming into Baby Oopsie. Baby Oopsie is getting more power. That is so silly. That's just the dude in a suit right there. Baby Oopsie's growing stronger by the minute. Baby Oopsie is becoming anatomically correct. Yep. He's anatomically correct now. Uh-oh. Now you really gotta be careful. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. Enough with the cheesy one-liners. Uh-oh. Brick for the save. He showed up just at the last minute, but better late than ever. Oh. What's gonna happen? Just gotta drop the gun. If not, he'll snap the... he'll wait a whole other year to... Uh-oh. 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 Is it gonna kill her? Brick's had no choice. He's gonna have to put the gun down, right, Wolfies? Clearly he's gonna have to. Yeah, he has no choice. What's he gonna do? Yeah, he's got to. Oh, he wants him to kick it too. Damn. Baby Oopsie being a true villain right now. Uh-oh. How did he get a pair of handcuffs that small? That's what I want to know. Anybody? How do you get a pair of baby handcuffs that small? That's gross, Baby Oopsie. Baby Oopsie's like, yeah, you can watch. Yeah, that's nasty, man. Yeah, he's tall. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. If he's got all the tools, you know what that means. Nut shot. Hit him with the nutcracker. Oh, he used the spiral to get the gun back. Uh-oh. Well, that's the end of Baby Oopsie. Baby Oopsie should have not said, I have all the tools necessary. Always, when in doubt, hit him in the balls, because that's always going to be the way to bring somebody down to size, so to speak. Get it? That's a cheesy joke, because Dollman versus Demonic Toys, they're all, you know, short little dolls. Well, Brick Bardo got his revenge and managed to get revenge for Judith Gray as well. He's going to try to find a way back to his planet now. Is he going to take Nurse Ginger with him? Wow. Well, all's well that ends well. I guess the Demonic Toys are going to have to wait for a Nurse sequel to be able to do their Resurrect the Master yet again, I suppose. Isn't that the same music that they played in the first movie? Or not first movie, earlier in the movie? Oh? Go to Bahuda. They're going to make a nice life in Bahuda together. Aw, come on. Why did they have to do a cheesy bad stereotype? Shrimp pastries. Uh-oh. They're gonna, you know what? Consummate the relationship, I suppose. Brick Bardo's gonna get to do the nasty with Nurse Ginger, not Baby Oopsie, clearly. All right, that is literally the shortest movie I think we've ever watched on the channel, but that is Dollman versus Demonic Toys. The credit sequence is gonna come up here. What can I say? It's a very short movie. It's a fun little ride. I wish the Demonic Toys really did more in the film because, like, there just wasn't a whole bunch of stuff that happened. I did hear that there was a lot more stuff that was supposed to happen in the film, but because of budget constraints, they had to cut a lot of their original plans in, because apparently Judith Gray was going to have a lot more scenes with the Demonic Toys. The Demonic Toys were going to have a lot more victims before it eventually led up to Judith Gray coming back and then teaming up with Brick Bardo, and I think Brick Bardo was supposed to have a longer fight scene as well. But unfortunately, back then, Full Moons didn't have enough for the budget, and they couldn't get more money for the budget. So what we ended up with was a very short hour film where some of it was just like clipped. I would have preferred had they put more clips in, longer flashback sequences, because they could have padded the movie out to at least an hour and 20 minutes. Like, you know, when Judah was telling the story of the Demonic Toys, we got some like flashbacks to her taking out the Demonic Toys in there. That would have helped pad the runtime a little bit, as well as some other things. I felt like they kind of skimmed out on Dollman's backstory too, because like he did take out the villains in his film, but he didn't do it all at once. He took some of them out one by one, leading up to an epic conclusion with Jackie Earle Haley and stuff. So, and his movie was a lot longer originally too. But you know, it's a fun little sequel. Ironically, Full Moon's Features then eventually decides that they're wanted to completely undo what happened in this film. So even though it's the true sequel to Demonic Toys, the first one, they basically reconned it out of existence. And in the Demonic Toys 2 film called Personal Demons, they completely recon the story as to how Baby Oopsie and Jack Attack come back, and they completely ignore all the events that happened in Dollman versus Demonic Toys, which is why you don't see Zombie Toy in any of the films. Then later on, there's also Puppet Masters versus Demonic Toys, which does a completely different recon yet again, which ignores what happened in Demonic Toys 2. Even I think Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys came out before. I don't remember, actually. I think it was before. And then we got Demonic Toys 2. But in Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys, the Demonic Toys have a different sort of backstory. So they kind of ignore the events of Dollman versus Demonic Toys. But it kind of shed some light on the first film a little bit, but not all the way. And the Master does kind of come back, but it's a different type of Master than the one that we were used to in the first film. So all I could say is that the Demonic Toy sequels are a bit convoluted all around. I feel like this was a kind of a good sequel, and I felt like Demonic Toys 2 should have just picked up where this one left off. Also, there's the Baby Oopsie films too, and also Jack Attack. So at some point we'll watch those. At some point we'll watch Demonic Toys 2 as well. I don't think it's gonna be next week, because I think next week we gotta watch a bit more of a Say-So film, because we haven't really watched anything Say-So in a while. I do really bummed out that this movie, in reality, when you think about it, was 55 minutes. And because it's an hour movie, but 5-minute opening credits, and then we got like a 3 to 4 minute closing sequence. So it was like a 51-minute movie runtime. But yeah, we're getting the copyright there. So that was Dollman versus Demonic Toys. 1993 this came out. So it came out the year after Child's Play 2, which is why you had that scene where Judith was running through the toy factory and you see all those boxes. That was directly a homage to that, as I was expecting. All right, Wolfies, so that was it. The movie has rolled. What did you think of the movie, Wolfies? Did you actually enjoy that movie? I hope you did, because it was a fun one. I know it was a little bit shorter, but because the way things have been going with my schedule, I figured it wasn't going to be a good idea for me to do Dollman versus Godzilla versus Kong. Plus, Godzilla versus Kong isn't going to be coming out for still or the sequel, Godzilla X Kong, I should say, isn't going to be coming out for quite a while, Wolfie. So I figured we'd do a shorter movie because I do have to do certain other things that still have to be recorded for this upcoming week, like our Just Chatting stream. But I am going to give you a little bit of a heads up. Our Just Chatting stream tomorrow has been changed. I'm still going to be doing some chatting. I'm going to be doing some chatting while I play Power World, as I mentioned before, because Power World recently came out. People are calling it Pokemon with guns, but that's not really truly what it is. It's more like Pokemon meets Ark Survival meets also a little bit of Minecraft and a little bit of Fortnite elements. I haven't gotten very far in the game because I'm still trying to learn some of the early mechanics. So I'm going to play a little bit of that while we chat it up tomorrow. Then for next week's schedule, I'm going to have to change things up a little bit because there's some information that came out to me today. So for next week, I'm definitely going to be playing Batman Arkham Asylum. I am also going to be playing Resident Evil. Monday, I'm going to be playing most likely Stardew Valley. But it's going to be kind of a little bit shifting a bit because on Wednesday of next week, the power in the recording studio is going to be out all day. So I'm not going to be able to record what I usually do on Wednesdays that day, which means as much as I wanted to really get out a full week schedule again, where I have like 6 or 7 days, because the recording studio is going to have no power that day at the times that I would be recording, and it's going to be a little bit more complicated. We are not going to really be able to record an episode. So I'm going to have Monday off next week. So then Tuesday we'll do, we're going to start Tuesday with Resident Evil. And I'm going to go longer for Resident Evil. So I'm going to do maybe 3 or 4 hours of Resident Evil that day. And we'll have a longer Resident Evil to make up for the fact that I couldn't do anything on Monday. Then on Wednesday, I'm going to have like a review video out of some sort. So we'll be talking about something. Most likely I'll talk about Power World, or I'll cut up my reactions to how I felt about the game. Then from there, on Thursday, I will do Batman Arkham Asylum. Then on Friday, we'll have our movie night. I haven't decided what the movie's going to be just yet, so stay tuned to the schedule when it's released on Sunday night this week. That's coming up. Then also on, we'll also try to play Stardew Valley next week. Maybe I'll have it for like our Just Chatting stream on Saturday, or if I can wing something and do Sunday one, we will, Wolfies. So that's basically a tentative schedule like last for the week. Again, my apologies. I know I've been wanting to do 6-7 day ones like we did the first week, but there was a lot of stuff that's been going on behind the scenes. For example, like Monday was Martin Luther King Jr. a couple weeks back, so I had Monday off because I couldn't use the recording studio that day. Then the previous Monday, I just wasn't going to have more time to record because I had lost the day there, so we did that. And then on this upcoming week, we, have the power that's going to become, I hope, for that day in the recording studio. So this is stuff that's beyond my control. You're still getting at least 5 to 6-ish video contents out like I like to do, but hopefully at the start of February, we could be a little bit more consistent, because I really prefer to have 6 days a week on the schedule, because I know, like, when it comes to content creation, a day that you don't record is a day that people forget about you and will think like, oh, you're not going to be very consistent. It's just kind of how it is in the metagame of YouTube and Twitch. So I want to kind of remain consistent through and through, Wolfies. So, that's basically what we have planned. Anyway, my little Wolfies, I hope you enjoyed the movie. Again, this one was a shorter one. Tomorrow I will be playing basically some Power World while chatting it up with you. So I hope you'll look forward to that. That's going to be at 9 a.m. Eastern when that stream starts. So definitely look forward to some Power World action. And anyway, as the saying goes, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. I will see you tomorrow for some Power World action. See you tomorrow, my little Wolfies.